Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the Jones Freecarver 9000. This board has good old-fashioned true camber, so from contact point to contact point you have that arc of traditional camber. That's going to give you all the power, precision, snap, and drive out of this board. This board is available in 152, 156, 160, and 164. I rode this board at Copper Mountain midday, was bluebird, average to slightly warmer temps. You had a lot of chop and chunder left over from the early morning powder panic. You could find a little bit of corduroy if you knew where you were looking, but by and large, it's kind of choppy except for some of the more mellow runs. And I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. This board's stiff, but it's not as stiff as I thought it was going to be, or as stiff as they tell you it's going to be. It's not a full-blown death plank. It's definitely firmly entrenched in that carving board category where it's got some girth to it and it's got some rebound, but it's not a dead plank. You have a slightly, and I do mean ever so slightly, softer nose, and then it's just consistently the same flex back through to the tail. The torsional flex takes a lot to engage. It's got a lot of rebound to it, and you're pretty much just more or less leveraging yourself up on edge versus independently being able to torsionally twist it when you're carving. When it comes to stability, that width also aids in it, coupled with the core construction and that full camber. This is a very damp ride. It's very smooth. You get very, very minimal chatter at the nose, and that never resonates back underfoot. This board will cut through chop and chunder with ease. You do not have to worry about it. So just go as fast as you want, keep your knees slightly bent, and enjoy the ride. As this board is full camber, you're gonna get some spring from it, but it launches you more forward than up. This is good if you come into a roller on edge or flat base and you push into it. You're gonna be able to shoot out, get down, and get back into what you're intending with this board, which is carving. So the snap is solid. It takes a little bit more effort than you think just because it is full camber and the flex of this board, but it's nice and responsive. We're about midway through this review and I need you to do something for me. Go down and click that thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go over here and subscribe. Click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the programming we have coming out for you. I didn't even bother, and I don't know why anyone would. This one is a straight charging carving board. You ain't doing carve butters with it. You're just laying trenches. So let's talk about why you came to this review. Can this thing carve? Yes. Does it carve aggressively? Yes. Do you want to keep it on edge? Yes. Okay, now that we've gone over that, let's talk about how it carves. There is some power with this board. You really need to drive it with your weight forward to engage that front contact point. And when you do, you're gonna feel it grip. The nice thing is when you get it on edge, you're not booting out because of the width of this, so you can lay it over. And when you do go to lay it over, make sure you've got space for it. You need space to really just get this on edge, get deep and low, drag your armpit, then roll back over on the other edge, put your arm behind you and come back across. Short, tight, quick carves, there is a ton of snap out of the tail. You're gonna feel that power. Medium, mellow carves, yes, you do drive it with your weight more forward, but you don't have to be crazy aggressive. You can actually tone it down and kind of just cruise on edge and swoop slowly from one side of the trail back to the other. Full-blown Euro carves, oh man, just lay it right over. Drag your nipples on the ground and enjoy it. This thing is solid. Chunky terrain in your way, it's gonna cut through it. Don't worry about it. It grips well, it locks in, it holds. Rider in mind, this board is for the middle-aged carving maniac that loves what Jones is all about. You know who you are. You know that this review is for you. Like what we're doing over here? Want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. This thing is a missile. You can be aggressive with it. You do not have to worry about that. When you want to charge, you can charge. If you want to be slightly more laid back, you can. Is this the board for me? No, I am a 6,000 guy through and through. The flex of that board is more in tune with what I want, coupled with that side cut. But this is not a bad option for hauling ass and laying trenches. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I really don't feel the need to ride it again unless it changes. Comparable boards: the Korua Cafe Racer, the Nidecker Blade, the Nitro Pantera. Binding recommendations: the Jones Apollo, the Nitro Phantom Plus, the Ride A10. This has been my review of the Jones Freecarver 9000. Looking for some bindings for this? Why don't you go check out one of the reviews of the ones I just recommended.